And of course, I hadn't been playing Fortnite for the last while because like Kayla and them hadn't got on in a while with it, and then like Lacey and them hadn't got on in a while with it. At least while I was on, or, messaging the group chat, etc. So I was like, fuck it. Fortnite's taking up like 130 gigs of my shit, so I'm just gonna uninstall it. And then the next fucking day, they announced South Park skin's coming to Fortnite. And I'm like, dude, you have to have the game installed to go to the store. So I just downloaded it on mobile because it's like 400 megs on mobile. I'm like, what? You sign in and then it downloads like 6 or 7 gigs worth of data, and then it's like mini Fortnite. It looks the same. So I went to the shop there yesterday to get it working. So I can at least check the shop out today on there and buy that ish, hopefully. So if I want it, I don't know how much they're gonna be or which ones I want, but I'm thinking like maybe Cartman. I just hate like with Morty, they did like a big mech suit because he's tiny, and then with the South Park ones they did too. And I'm like, it's kind of cool. They made him like cool out of like different junk and things that the kids had in the show, but I don't know. I'm not trying to be picky. It's very cool, but gosh darn, man, how much money does one corporation need? And then I forget I'm in creative here, so I'm just like, oh. I'm trying to expand it, but I'm just being like silly because I just like just fucking delete the walls. Not everything has to be 100% forever. Like it's not gonna. You're fine. And then I thought it flipped the thing there, so I was like, damn it. Damn it, Bobby. I told you not to mess with that gosh dang command block.
But Dad, you wanted to go to Joe Brickwall's murder grotto every time you launched the server.
Gosh dang it, Bobby. No, I don't. I'm gonna sip some blue magic tea. Alright, we're back here, so yeah, that worked. Thank you guys for watching. See you next episode. We're going to bed. Welcome back to episode 12 of Nate's Minecraft Arby's World, where literally nothing changed. I didn't hit any buttons. I just paused and took a breath while I was sleeping, waiting for the thing to pop back up. So now I'm kind of going through the chest, seeing if there's anything I need to grab out of them or put into them to organize them better. I've been playing the zombie game, 7 Days to Die again a little bit, well, a lot of it, for funsies with like jump boots and then like the infinite dev pistol and the earth remover machine gun that just literally removes the earth and stuff. Like a 1 block per bullet ratio, and they're both infinite. Anyway, the inventory system in that is so nice. Like same with Ark, the dinosaur, the older one, not the future one, a few years ago had a really nice inventory sorting system in it. And I know there's mods and other shit for it, but I'm like, do I want to run Iron Forge, Iron Wolf, just to fucking have a button to sort my inventory and shit? Honestly, kind of yeah. Because when Kayla and I would run modded stuff, everybody on the Pinto Beans type modded servers, that was what she always called the Bedrock server, so I just called most of the Kayla server stuff Pinto Beans. But there's Kayla's Minecraft Island World series, I think from 2022. Yeah, 2022 summer was really fun. It was that series, the time that it took to get it out and then to have it roll out, and then the last episode and the last half episode of the remnants of footage and stuff I found of it was really not hard to see it air, but it was, some of that stuff is such an era that it's just not able to come back in some ways because everybody changes and plays different games, or the games change and stuff too. And it was just like, damn, because it was me, Kayla, I think Clover, well, for sure her sister Ava's boyfriend or whatever at the time, Max and Zach and a couple other people I think came on and off of it, and it was like 20-something episodes and just a lot of fun. We went through a lot of different times of Kayla's Worlds of just, she'd do a mod pack, we'd all get in, we'd play for a week or two, obviously the 2-week Minecraft phase, but then they'd switch mods, they'd switch games, or they'd switch worlds, and I'm like, well, thanks, you gave me access to the world, so I copied it before we switched. So I've got like the Western world that she did a whole series start on, like wrote stuff out, wrote scripts out, did voice acting. I did voice acting in it. I did acting in the server. And something happened with the world or something when she was editing, and she never put it out and we never continued it. But like I have the world. There's another one where we used to be able to shapeshift and had like a whole city on it, like Kayla's Minecraft City World. I've got that. The Western one I've got. There's like 2 other ones I might have from Pinto Beans. But like I said before, I get really not nervous, but I like 1-on-1 or maybe 3 people. in a conversation, but sometimes on her server there's a lot of, it's cool to see, but there's a lot of Instagram people down there that were viewers or are viewers, or YouTube people that are viewers, and some other people that are like IRL friends with her for, longer than me and everything, so they have like a different bond and stuff. So I feel very, not out of place, but sometimes there's like 9 people in a VC call, and I'm like, I get railroaded with 3 or more people sometimes. So I'm just like, I'll join sometimes, but my brain has been so fucked the last year or two trying to just live and be better again, but life gets in the way. I like showing the big shellfish there, but a couple times since then I've got in with them on call and a little bit in games, and it's pretty cool. There's some new Phasmophobia stuff is about the newest that we recorded, and I miss doing all that shit too, and I'm open to it, but I'm like, man, our friendship started with me and her online on Instagram and other shit too, and then we were doing Minecraft and whatever else, 2021 a lot, and as more people came on from like her friends and family and stuff, that's always cool. I like that. But just when if it's like, hey, this is new person, me and other person you already know, I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's 2 people I know and 1 new person. So 4 people, together. But it's like, hey, here's those 4 people, 3 new people to everyone, and then 1 new person that you don't know, but half of these people know already. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I have no idea mentally where I sit anywhere with anything, so I just overthink it too much. And I'm like, nah, because I don't want to sit silent either, and I don't want to just like talk too much or anything stupid as well, or say the wrong shit. Not that I say anything bad, but it just, I'm like, can we just get the gang back together, and like somewhere like you just hit call on Discord or on phone, and it's like, no random person can jump in and be like, hey, I'm not actually gonna do anything, but I'm just gonna sit here while you guys talk about life shit. That's fine. Just keep talking. I'm like, no. I'm pretty private other than what I post, so I'm like, I don't just want stuff that I'm not recording about my personal life to get talked to in front of anybody, Like, I trust certain other people, like, Kayla, of course, and her family and Zach and shit, but some other people I just don't know. Nothing against people, but I just don't know them. Like, I know these people more, so that goes with other friends groups and stuff too, but I just have the most Minecraft stuff out, I'd say, with Kayla for sure, and played the most other than, like, in high school with Joe and Chris and Nick and Kyle, Gage, and Travis. But, and Aaron, too. And again, that's nothing at Kayla or anybody either. I'm just talking. But if you guys want to check out any of that, I'm hoping that this is a better year for getting back together with friends that haven't left, but, that are there. And everybody's busy and shit, but just life is so weird. And then there's obviously all the other real world shit going on. We don't have to talk about it right here because I try not to, but just with ICE and Trump and whatever else in the world that's just insane. And it's like, can we all just stop trying to get extra money, get extra whatever, and just like live within your means and just help your fellow man and woman and child? You don't need a gun for everything. It's like, god damn, you can have them, that's fine, do your thing, but it doesn't need to be solved, air quotes, with it at every instance. Like, oh, this came up, gun. Oh, this came up, get the gun. No. Use your words. Use your brain. Okay? We're the only society to build epic, cool things. We're also the only thing on Earth that does, like, turbo, horrid things with metal. So, think about that. Also with technology, too. Yeah. Like phones. Imagine if, like, a bunch of apes just got iPhones. Oh, wait. Humans are just kind of, not evolutionarily, but, reminiscent of similar animals. And you could see that just with how their body structures are, the way we look, the way we sound, the way we do things and everything. But just imagine a bunch of chimpanzees getting iPhones, and then they get taught enough how to use them to where they can, like, help or hurt their life depending on how they use them, and then they just absolutely, like, get addicted to online gambling, adult videos, and buying shit online, or just scrolling infinitely, seeing, like, hot female chimps, and it's like, what are we doing here? Is this life? No, they're supposed to be swinging from the trees and throwing poop and eating fruit and shit, We're not, we're supposed to be doing stuff in the world, not in a screen made of melted, heated sand as glass and hammered flat metal with electricity shooting through it, making it think. Isn't that kind of crazy? Sorry to talk on that shit. I'm not trying to say anything religious or evolutionary or political, Because if you've noticed, I'm pretty middle talking about this shit. I'm just saying that as a species, we should help each other and get off of technology a little bit. I love videos. I love video games. I love relaxing and doing nothing, and a little bit of brain rot here too. But learning even for yourself not to be a know-it-all. Be like,
Well, statistically, the edamame temperature rate.
shut up. No one cares. Google it. I don't care. You're not Google. You're not Wikipedia. You're not Webster. You're not Oxford. Just cool. I'm glad you know shit. That's what I'm saying. Know shit to feel better for yourself in your head. You don't gotta show that off. It doesn't need to be gold and gilded and praised and make $1 million. Just everybody's trying to get their bag while fucking everyone else and their own morals and ethics over. And it's like, dude, you don't gotta do all that. What are you running from? Who are you, you know? If you guys want to watch my 16 years of Punkinnonstop video, I have a really good thing I wrote out for that. Where as I was saying that, I'm like, I literally said that in there. What are you running from? You know, what are you running to? It's just, it's a perspective thing always, but it's like, well, what would you do if you were in this position? I'm like, I don't know, but I wouldn't do that, you know? Like, just take a second and think, you guys. Use your brain. We're beautiful people who are smart and have potential. No matter who you are, where you're from, anyone can almost do anything anymore, one way or another, good or bad. So try to make that good, you know? That's why I'm like, I'm not going to talk about all that horrid real-life shit on here. Oh, I forgot to collect all that under there. Oops. But it is important that it gets talked about and discussed, but you don't have to fight about it. And if people in your family aren't going to change their mind about political views, do not waste your breath. Just keep yourself safe and happy. And, you know, they're still your family, so try to, you know, other than the political ways you disagree on, keep each other happy and occupied and everything else that you do in life or should do in life. But you don't have to fully agree on life and everything in it in order to live and function together. And it doesn't have to benefit you to help someone else. You don't need the praise. You don't need to even say anything. You could just do something and walk away, you know? Something good, a good deed at the post office. You take your phone out and post it. You could just do, oh, that was nice, and then walk away instead of you being like, look what I did, everybody. And I know we all want to feel good too, and you know, you can definitely share the shit that you're proud of that you do if you want, but I'm just saying, so many people think they have to share everything they do, or take things that other people do and share them like they did it or had a hand in it. And it's just frustrating. This comes from experience and both just viewing the world. And it's not at anybody directly. Just in case anybody watching this gets a stray hair and they're like, that's fucking me, dude. And like, no, it's not. If you guys couldn't see what I'm doing here, I'm getting rid of the OG glass from the walkway, obviously. And putting dirt in there. And I opened the wings and extended it to where it wouldn't be too much in the way of the path without expanding the big path. Added a little water spot. And then have just been shearing them as I'm going through here. And I really like that because it gives them more grass to eat so they can refuel faster. And it gives them open air on the sides and more areas to climb. And in a minute you'll see I kind of do this little spiral thing that conflicts with the design in the future. But I was like, I want some grass to start growing up a little weird that they can walk to so I can make this like a not story, but like bigger roof. You know, it just goes up. But I build something later on top of there-ish in the next episode that definitely would conflict with that, but it's not going to be in a bad way. I just have to figure out how to make a way where they can't get out for what I build, which I have not done yet. So we're obviously right here shearing and shit. Pouring my tea in here. That one was steeped like extra long, so we're gonna see how that is. Show us what you've got. Oh. Oh yeah, and I gave myself one grass block just so that it could be there and do the thing. But that next, this block that I place conflicts with that-ish, because I'm like, oh, I want it to connect and this and that, but I don't want it to do this or that, so I'm like, eh. Because it's got to spread directly. It get spread diagonally. Excuse me, the grass. I was like, oh, we can put that there instead of whatever, so then it lights it up a little bit more. And I love glowstone. The OG texture is like one of my favorites. I think I'm going to find... do you think they have it? if anyone in the comments knows, Freestyle OMG Doot, if you are in the chat, please let me know. Is there a texture pack for modern Minecraft that uses the base 2011, 2012 textures and then new textures for the game in that same art style? You know, I'm going to be real. Obviously, there's people that can draw, etc., and do digital packs that are crazy like that. And if there's a real one made by a person, I will accept that. But if there's one that interprets blocks using the old ones in AI style for the newer ones that have come out, I'd like to at least see it. Because I don't think all AI shit's bad, not to get into that, but like the power plants and shit to make it run, they're just, what? Why do you need a nuclear plant to use AI? You're just making a nuclear plant and plugging a fucking nightlight into it and saying it's to use the nightlight. Like, no. You're just fucking being evil. But it's like, what? Yeah, you need that? It needs that to run that? Mm-hmm. Okay. That's why the Walmart cashier thing fucking is connected to a nuclear power plant directly out back. You know? Where it's like, you got 3 grapes on this cart. You know, I'm saying some AI stuff, if it's used to help a human that's directly trying to just, like, see something out and then they take that work and make it human from that, or it's doing something that a human physically pushing the horse off, get the fuck out of here, that the human physically cannot do, or it's like, oh, I've went into the code and tested this with this and my brain says that it works, and then the human could take that and go from there, like my friend Blammo does with Might and Magic, Legends of Might and Magic map making, and the way the code and shit works in the last year or two. He's done a lot of reverse engineering via some AI tools and a lot of human too, because he has a 360, a lot of knowledge of that game and stuff in general from that era that nobody else could have technically. I love that little thing in the pond. Also, I wanted to say the chicken eggs that got thrown over there, that paid attention to that next episode. But here's the orange things, and I'm showing you the glowing things from the top and everywhere and the new design of the place. But yeah, I was just saying AI. Some can be good, some can be bad. A lot of it, it's like, do we need all that? I wanted to show y'all that I moved the dogs in here, the mom and the dad and the other little fella, so they aren't just whining in the house where my bed is the whole time. And, but yeah. AI bad. Human good. AI sometimes good. Human sometimes good. You get me? And then I'm kind of just showing this stuff off, and then we got the big area where I'll do something with eventually. You might notice that more like hay bales appear to be there, but no, I just dug the little thing out in front that was there. Actually, more did replace it at some point, I think. Because I tried to fill it back in from where I accidentally erased some of it. And that's why it has the whole total change. And I did make a pyramid off the top too, which is obviously, you see the beacon right there. That's me right there. I'm holding the pupa. Did you see it? The pupa fell. And I tried to make every side roof accessible, like where you can just walk up the MF to where that's got the cool shit. I don't remember where I was going with AI. I'm a little tangented today. It's felt weird. It's been a weird day. It's not been bad, but just odd, you know? And, yeah. But, yeah, I'm just saying, get off your phones a little bit. We don't need AI for everything. It doesn't need to be in every motherfucking app and harness the power of AI. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I love that fucking bridge, dude. And then looking over this inspired me to do something. I was looking at the big trail over there, and I know we have the wooden bridge too, but the wooden bridge thing that I showed you with Camel Island last time. But I wanted to use the long land bridge for something else along with the other way. You know what I'm saying? So I think right here we might run that way and check it out. And I run down it a ways, and then I get tired of running, so we come back. Spoilers. Oh,